Yes, please.
A Quiet Place Day One.
Oh, I thought it was a chief of station. Okay, Quiet Place Day One.
It looks fun.
Cool.
I enjoyed the Quiet Place movies. I still my only real issue with the Quiet Place one was why was the child walking at the back?
Okay, I haven't seen any of them, so I don't know if you're spoiling, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, there's a scene there.
Well, yeah,
but
it's
it
a
is
big
spoiling. If you
spoiler.
haven't watched it, there's a scene. But
It's
when you watch that
5
scene,
minutes.
Hang on, wait. Quiet Place? Okay, I haven't seen that one, so sorry.
oh no, you should. Hey, you should. Beautiful work. John Krasnick did the things that needed to be done there.
Krasinski.
Thank you.
The Krasinski fans will come for you, Chief.
Hey, my brother.
All those dudes from the
they
office.
can't say Mlambo. They can't say Nanozuko. I can't say Krasinski. So
Is he directing this one?
I think he directed the second one. I'm not sure about the first one.
No, I think he directed
He
the
directed
first one.
both. He directed
first
both
one
of
is-
them. This one I don't know.
No, this one is not him. It's Michael Sarnowski.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going from A Quiet Place, it was hella dope, and this one will have a bit more sound because it's basically the beginning of the invasion.
Oh, this one. Okay, no. Okay, I did see this one.
Yeah, so the one with Lupita now, it's basically the beginning of the invasion and how people are gonna adapt and see. And I liked what I saw. It didn't look too stupid. And
why does he like scary movies? That's all I keep thinking. Girl, can you just like relax?
She doesn't want to be normal. She doesn't want to just be pretty. Leave her alone.
You know,
I mean, shouts out to the when she had the warrior paint. You know the stuff, the white paint that the niggas used to wear before they go to war. At the end of the trailer, and then the other most famous African actor basically shows up at the end, and I'm like, I hope he lives through this movie because they've been killing djimonhounsou for years.
Hey, that man.
He's actually the Black Sean Bean. Like djimonhounsou he's the Black Sean Bean at this point. Like
I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up.
He just read my point. He just read my thought, bro. He's becoming the Black Sean Bean now. Don't be surprised if there's a Game of Thrones Kenya version somewhere, and he's basically that Stark. All right. Okay. Do you guys have any final thoughts before we go to the next one?
Oh wait, sorry, Rob. What do you think about the Quiet Place, bro?
About the Quiet Place.
The trailer.
I thought the trailer was fantastic, but I am not into horror movies that much, so I was probably going to be like, wow, great trailer, and then never see it. Kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still think it'll be a smash hit. I think it'll still hit its. Remember, every horror movie has to make at least about 150 million. That's generally the rule for horror movies. So I see this one hitting 300 million. I can't imagine it not hitting 300 million worldwide. I think it'll hit all the goals because it is stunning. Honestly, it is a beautiful trailer. It is.
And it's also building up of two good movies. So it's not coming off of a weak movie. It's coming off two good movies, and then it also looks good. So, and the storyline makes sense. It's not just a put together thing. The actors look good in it, so it's got a good chance. I have hope for it.
Yeah. I would say decent chance, definitely. I think there's a thing that has to happen now in films for it to reach a higher number, and I think there has to be a certain visual element. Like I noticed with Bad Boys, like it's a lot of unique camera work, and it pulled people in. I think I have to see another trailer for me to see if it does that, to see if it'll pull people in for that additional 100 million past 300. Otherwise, I think it's gonna hit 300 and stay there. But then again, we'll see. So I'm excited. We'll see.
And I think also, again, like people just need to put this into context. Marvel didn't ruin the box office. Just relax. If the movie makes 300 million, it probably means that it's successful. The only thing is that with Marvel movies, their budgets are always like 200 plus million. That's why they have to rake in like 900 to $1 billion because of these bloated budgets of theirs. So like, yeah, like I mean, don't look at like 300 million and be like, the movie's failed. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also, I think the thing about Marvel is, first of all, it's it's based on the comics that have been existing for about like 60 to 70 years. Also,
loosely,
you have like this large
fan base.
group of nerds that push these things on YouTube and talk about them the whole time, right?
Exactly.
That break down like Easter eggs and trailers and all of that. And then you have heavy marketing, and then you have star power. So you can't compete. You just cannot compete with those guys.
Exactly. It's not Marvel. It was COVID, and you guys keeping movies in for 2 weeks because they didn't make big enough. And also, that's the other thing I've realized. A lot of movies never actually. A lot of even the big movies, a lot of them didn't even make good opening movies. But because of word of mouth and stuff, then they built, because they'd be in the theater for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. So then people would go and watch them, and then they would start making their money back and stuff like that. But now, if your opening weekend, if you don't make 100 million, they think it's already a failure, and then they pull it off after 2 weeks. You can't, like, people are busy, guys. You can't expect us, just because you dropped a movie now, we must drop everything and go watch it. We've got plans. We had other things to do. Sometimes we are old. We are tired. We just want to rest at home in quiet. But we will go out and watch the movies. But if you keep them in theaters, then we will go, because it will also give us a time. Also, like now, Rob goes and watches the movie and he says it's a good movie. So I trust Rob. Then I go watch the movie. Then I say it's a good movie. Buckmeister trusts me. Then he goes. That's how it goes. I can't now. Rob tells me the movie's good, and then I go watch it, and then it's not at the theater. What am I supposed to do?
No, I think but we still need to address the problem of pricing. I think you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Up until the prices become reasonable, people are still not going to show. We are living in Cyril Ramaphosa's.
I would say that it depends, because like the thing is, for me, that's what I'm saying. Like for example, a lot of people went to go see Bad Boys. Some went to go see it out of spite, because they were like, we're gonna thumb our nose up to Hollywood.
Yeah, after Variety was running all those.
Yeah.
Will Smith. What stories?
People were like, yeah, I'm gonna go see it out of spite. Some people went to go see it because they love Will Smith and all of that stuff. They love Bad Boys and everything. And they did a decent marketing campaign for the movie to get people interested in the movie.
Their press tour is insane.
Their press tour was fantastic.
Everywhere, bro. Their press tour
so
is
that's what
crazy.
I'm saying. Is I think there's a lot of there is people who are willing to spend the money, but you have to make it worth the experience. Yes, movies are way too expensive. They need to change. You need to figure something out, because it's still way too expensive.
I saw it's like 130 for. I was checking out when I was prepping last week. I was checking out prices. I think for a movie at what's this, Mall of Africa, it's like 120 something, 130. For just me.
They better get us like,
and this is regular. This is 2D. This is just a this is a regular movie. It's 2D. It's already 120. I have not spent on my date. I have not spent on popcorn or anything.
Don't have food.
Let's think about this. So that's already 260.
Okay. Yeah, since you're talking about movies, can I have a confession to make? I used to sneak in food into the cinemas.
Whoa, of course. How do you sneak in? Who does not notice you? You are so tall.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, do you mean after watching the initial movie that you watched, then you sneak into the next theater, or what?
No, I sneak
food in.
Yeah.
Everybody did
all
that.
done that, bro. Like I used to take like my backpack, dog. It would have like chocolate and cold drink and whatever. So
everybody did that. They even started checking. I had to put it in my girls' stuff. Yeah. I had to put it in because they didn't check the girls' pockets that much.
Okay, there's a friend of mine. You know what he used to do? I won't name names because this is gonna go on the internet. He used to buy one of those X-rated magazines.
Oh my gosh!
And he put it on top of the food. So whenever people are searching, he just the searching.
That is very smart. That is very smart.
And they're like, "What? And they're like,
wow.
That is very smart. Like, no, but sneaking thing, like I remember me and some friends, we even we'd buy the slushie and then we'd sneak in a bottle of something. It was generally 1818 at the time. And then so the slushy would be the dash. So you just boom, boom, watch the movie. You come out there, you're so lit, and Mshito Chalape.
No, it was so bad one time. It was so bad one time. Like I saw somebody was walking in, and the guy was just like, and this time he's hiding the food, obviously. But everybody just looked at each other in the eye, like, but you know, you know, and they're just like, yeah, I know. Okay, here you go.
I was worse because you see, I used to go to the gym and then go watch the movie, so I put it in my gym bag. So when people, and now, funny enough, nobody ever searched me. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that I was a 6'2" gigantic behemoth and the working staff didn't have a chance.
But like, you look honest.
I'm not searching a guy.
I feel like they were just like, he's a big teddy bear. Like,
yeah, you look honest.
He wouldn't do anything evil. Little do they know.
Like me and Buck look like we up to no good.
No, the day what broke my heart is when I found out the price. I think at this point in time, the extra large Astros at the shops were going for like 19 rand at the time, and then at the cinema they were going for 45 rand, and I was like,
yeah, like that food pricing doesn't make sense. Like even garages are cheaper. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
New Metro is attacking.
Yeah, okay. I was about Tebel, you breaking up a bit, buddy.
The Matrix has got him.
Yeah, I think maybe they just don't want to hear the Astro story. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but like you know your prices are ridiculous when it's cheaper to get them at a garage than it is at your place.
And it's like, it's the same food. I don't understand what the production cost is here for you to make this thing $45. But anyway, as I was saying, back to my original point, like if you make an experience, people are willing to spend the money. It's especially like I can tell you now in the nerddom and everything and all of that stuff, right? And I'm not even like a big spender like that, but you guys saw how much money I dropped at like Afro Geek Fest and all of that.
This man was Jay-Z up in there, man.
Yeah, he was bowling for days.
So I'm saying, and there's geeks that are worse, like Marvel fans or whatever. They're dropping like 3,000 for an action figure. Yeah, they're dropping like 8,000, and these things don't even move. They don't even have limbs of action.
They don't do anything.
Press a button. They don't do anything. They're just there, but they're dropping like 8 grand on these things. Like I saw a comic book collection for Deadpool, and it was 4,000 rand, and that was like at a recent con or whatever. So I'm saying if you make something an experience for people, which is something that these studios and movies and people just don't do, they're not hosting they're not like Will Smith was hosting live events talking about Bad Boys. He was going to influencers talking about Bad Boys. So they don't do this press and fanfare and all of that stuff and make it an experience for people to want to go to these movies. I mean, granted, I wouldn't go anyway because I like Will Smith, but I'm not a big fan of his like that. But like, yeah, if you make it an experience, if you make me like, oh, okay, this is a thing now. This is a movement on social media. This is a, boom, boom, bam. Like we're doing something here and we're doing something big. And this is going to be a thing that everybody's going to talk about. When you do those things, people will be willing to spend the money. But like a lot of studios don't want to invest in that stuff anyway. So now you take that, the movie looks like, okay, the movie could be fun, but whatever. And then, the pricing of theater tickets and the theater in general. Yeah, of course, everybody's going to wait for it on streaming with all of that stuff. Because it's like, there's literally no incentive to go. Yeah. Like, unless you're a content creator, you don't really have incentive to be at the theater like that.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Like, speaking of just to finish off Buck's thing.
Am I back? Hi.
If you think about it, the only other movie that had a press run comparable to Bad Boys was June 2. Yeah. Like all the other, I don't remember press runs for all these other stuff. And I wasn't even looking at for June 2, but I would just see it on YouTube Shorts. I would see it on this thing. On Twitter, I would see them on TikTok. Same with Bad Boys. I wasn't even looking for them, but I would see Will Smith is with this guy. Martin Lawrence is with that guy. And so that just shows you when you put in the work, people will go see it. June made money because they put in a proper press run. Bad Boys 2 also, besides people enjoying the franchise, they also put in the press run work. So it was in people's minds, and that's what press is for, to put the thing in your mind so that next time you see, like, oh, what am I gonna watch? Oh wait, I saw Will Smith on my favorite influencer Rob show, so I'm gonna go watch Will Smith.
Right.
It's simple things like that. Just because you saw him on Rob and you enjoyed the interview that he did with Rob, and then you go to the movies and then you see his movies, like, no, I'll go watch that one because I trust Rob's opinion, so I'll go watch the Bad Boys 2. Simple as that.
No.
And that's why influencers.
I mean, that's why Deadpool and Wolverine are gonna kill it at the box office, because the press run that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are doing for that movie is insane.
Same thing. Like, but are you seeing a common theme? Movies that have press run are looking better poised to make money at the box office.
Well, I want to add one thing. I want to say there's actually a discussion point that I'll probably end up having with someone at some point. And it's sometimes also about the right movie at the right time sometimes. Because don't get me wrong, sometimes, yes. No, actually, a lot of the time. I think I talked to Kutsu about this, where in the Great Depression, where niggas literally couldn't afford to eat, there were still people lined up outside the cinemas to watch movies because movies were that big a deal. Do you know what I mean? So the idea that there's no such thing as an audience is nonsense. But there are times when there's the right audience at the right time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, like, for Mad Max right now, the reason I think it didn't make money like it was supposed to,
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, and also, how excited were you? Like, were you like, oh my God, any day now? It's been what, 10 years? Any day now within these 10 years, let me go hope Mad Max shows up. And it's not even Mad Max, it's a prequel. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there are times when movies hit the right mood at the right time. Like, for example, I was thinking about this in the past about old school movies like Dirty Harry and like Death Wish and those movies. When they first came out, there was a crime wave in America that hit. And when that crime wave was happening, people were feeling helpless. So those movies came out and they became massive hits. So I feel like there's normally a vibe. And I feel like right now, a lot of these movies that aren't making money like they're supposed to aren't hitting the vibe right. I feel like right now, Deadpool could end up waking us all up right now, because I think we're all feeling a little bit down. And I think that would really wake up everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna do what it needs to do. But like when you talk, okay, I think let's move on to the next movie. So we're gonna actually just start going on.
I just wanted to add one last thought to confirm Rob's thinking. People were watching movies during the Great Depression. It's a mindset that's intrinsic to all humans. I mean, the first games came into existence back in the 300,000s before Christ, because there was a famine in the kingdoms. It was basically during the escape between the Old Kingdom and the Middle Kingdom periods of Egypt. There was a huge famine that was wiping out most of Mesopotamia. And what they did to increase rations was that every second day was game night. So people were so distracted playing dice and games that they forgot they were hungry. And that's how people survived. And that's
why Maximus said it. Are you not entertained? It's not no, we're not. We're here for good stuff, not the slapstick that you put together. Not this thing you just put together because you want to cash grab. Like, look, I understand cash grabs, but at least put a little thought into it. Don't just say like,
no. Every movie is like, these things are designed to make money. We know that. Like, the thing is with Disney, we know what Disney is. Nobody's under any illusion that Disney is this wonderful, magical company that's all for the children and the kids. No. We know that when they're doing campaigns, we know that you're pandering and catering because you want that demographics money. But if you make a good movie, we won't care.
Yeah, that's exactly. We will be entertained, and that is why we are here.
Yeah. So
okay, next one.
Yeah, before we go into philosophy.
All right. So